Hey friends, today we're going to be working on multiples of 10. A multiple is the product of two numbers. A multiple of 10 is a product of 10 and another number, like 10 times 1 is 10. So multiples of 10 are like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and so on. Let's practice with this example. Cole bought 2 new shirts. Each shirt cost $30. How much did Cole spend on the 2 shirts? So we're going to write the problem, 2 shirts for $30 each, to give us 2 times 30. Okay? We've been practicing how we can take away that 0 and multiply times that basic fact, 2 times 3, and then just add the 0, or you can show it and model it by using place value models like these 10 sticks. So 2 times 30 is 3 tens 2 times. So there's 30, and there's 30. And then finally, the final step is to count the tens. 3 tens plus 3 tens equals 6 tens, and I know that 6 tens equals 60. So Cole spent $60 on the 2 shirts. Here's another example. A restaurant bought 6 crates of potatoes. Circle that number. There are 40 pounds of potatoes in each crate. So let's underline that word each. How many pounds of potatoes did the restaurant buy? So we're going to write the problem, 6 crates that are 40 pounds each equals 6 times 40. So we can use the place value to rename the multiple of 10. So 6 times 40 equals 6 times 4 tens. We can also write the total number of tens where we multiply 6 and 4 to find the total number of tens, where we do 6 times 4 equals 24, or 24 tens, okay? Then we regroup 10 tens as 100, so we have 200s and 4 tens to give us 204 tens, which equals 240. You can also use multiplication rules to help you find the products like what we did in class today. You can change the order of the factors without changing the product. So we know that 10 times 5 equals 50 and 5 times 10 equals 50. You can also change the grouping of the factors in different ways without changing the product. So 2 times 30 equals 2 times 3 times 10. We can distribute that 30 into 3 and 10. And then we can use the buddy rule, the associative property, whenever we switch those parentheses around. So instead of doing 3 times 10 first, we can do 2 times 3 first, and then multiply that times 10. So we would do 2 times 3, which is 6, times 10, which is 60. Let's try this other example. Aaron runs 30 minutes every day. How many minutes does he run in 3 days? So we can use a multiplication rule to multiply. So 3 days for 30 minutes each equals 3 times 30. We know that 30 is 3 times 10, so we can distribute that into that. Okay, and we know that 3 times 30 is 3 times 10, 3 times 10, and we can also do the associative property where we switch the parentheses around and do 3 times 3 first, which is 9, and then 9 times 10, which gives us 90. So that Aaron runs for 90 minutes in 3 days. Using a multiplication fact to multiply, look for basic facts in the factors. For example, 8 times 40, cover up that 0 and think of that basic fact of 8 times 4 and use that pattern. 8 times 4 is 32. Add the 0 here. We're going to add the 0 on that side as well to give us 8 times 40, which is 320. Here's one more example. Mrs. Turner buys 9 boxes of colored pencils, and there are 30 colored pencils in each box. How many colored pencils did Mrs. Turner buy? So we're going to circle those numbers, underline those keywords, each. Okay, so we know that we're going to write the problem, 9 boxes of 30 pencils each is 9 times 30. We're going to think of that basic fact, cover up that 0. 9 times 3 is 27, and then now add the 0. 9 times 30 is 270. So Mrs. Turner bought 270 colored pencils. All right, friends, great job working together today and listening to my multiplying multiples of 10. And then we'll continue practicing it the rest of this week too. So keep working hard, finish up your questions in Schoology as well. Thanks, friends.